Today we're going to be taking a look at 75375 Millennium Falcon. This set just released on March 1st with 921 pieces and a retail price of $85 US. This set is part of celebrating the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars, and it is also part of LEGO Star Wars' new Starship collection, which is really just mini scale. They really did kind of ruin this theme by just limiting it to starships, but I might make another video on that in the future. Now, if you've watched my other March set reviews, you know that I really like the new 25th anniversary box art. I love the metallic blue, and I'm just happy that LEGO is adding some color into their box arts again. And opening up the box, you're gonna find 11 numbered bags, as well as your instruction manual and no sticker sheet, surprisingly. On the front of the instructions, there's going to be a cool little rendering of the Millennium Falcon at this cool angle, and then in the first few pages, like the other mini scale sets, you're gonna see some information about the Millennium Falcon in Star Wars, which is a really fun read that you can pause and do so if you want. And then you're going to have this 25th anniversary art and hop straight into your building process. Now, like the other recent mini scale sets, throughout the instructions there are these little pop-up paragraphs that tell you some of the Easter eggs that are hidden inside the model, and in this one there's actually 3 separate ones. One is R2-D2, C-3PO, and Chewbacca, the other is Han Solo, Princess Leia, and C-3PO, and then the last one is Obi-Wan Kenobi training Luke Skywalker. Unfortunately, all of these do get covered up, and once the model is finished you can't access them, but it still is really cool that LEGO is hiding some Easter eggs like this inside of their builds. And speaking of the build, it looks incredible. I think this is without a doubt the best set from this March wave. Some parts of the build were actually pretty frustrating and kind of tedious at some points, but the end model definitely makes up for that. Unlike the other mini scale sets, as you can see here, the stand is at a slight angle, which is very simple but gives it such a nice look. And then, as expected, it comes with a printed plaque as well as a printed 25th anniversary brick. On the front of the model, these 4 circle tile pieces right here are actually printed. I remember when I saw the reveal pictures, I thought these were actually stickers, but no, they're printed, and that was a nice surprise. And also, just the rest of the front end is very highly detailed and has a really impressive shaping. The cockpit is also a printed piece, which looks absolutely incredible. However, there is this pretty noticeable gap right behind the cockpit, and that's actually my only complaint with this set, is just this little tiny gap right here. It does seem like LEGO did the best job to their ability to kind of cover up this gap, but it is still noticeable, and if I have a complaint with this set, it's literally just this right here. And speaking of gaps and shaping, throughout the set there are some cool little techniques to cover up what would be some big gaps. The radar dish can turn a little bit side to side and move up and down, but it's pretty much just made to stay in place. The main turret on top can also move up and down to reveal another little printed tile, although sadly it can't spin around, it can only just move up and down. The middle sections look really nice too, and on the sides here there is another printed piece to represent the docking bay. I'm probably wrong, I honestly forgot what this part of the ship is called, but there are printed pieces on either side. And then towards the back, the vents are also yet more printed pieces, which is really nice. They didn't give us printed pieces on either the Invisible Hand or the Tantive 4, but I'm happy to see them on this set. And then lastly, the back engines look really nice as well. This 2-piece right here was one of the frustrating parts of the build that I mentioned earlier, as you have to stick some Technic pins inside of it, and it is pretty hard, but the end result is really nice. And if you're wondering what the bottom of the ship looks like, it's fairly detailed as well. The bottom turret isn't included because it would be where the stand actually fits onto the set. And when you take it off the stand, the set is overall pretty bulky and just feels high quality, and it actually has some level of swooshability and is actually pretty fun to play around with. Compared to the other 2 mini scale sets released alongside of it, it's a lot more detailed and just a lot higher quality in my opinion. If you're looking to get into mini scale out of these 3 sets, I would highly recommend the Falcon. Even though it's the most expensive one at $85, I still think it's pretty much worth it. I know some people think $85 is overpriced for this set, and yeah, I think it could have maybe been $80, but I don't mind because the model just looks so good. Although I still think the Executor from last year is the best mini scale set so far, this Millennium Falcon is definitely second. I'm feeling a very solid 9.8 out of 10 for this set. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you want to check out more of my videos, you can see them on the end screen right now.